Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Super Duper Wetland. Hey, Kevin, what's going on? Kevin says hello, hello. David Taylor. Hello, David Taylor. All right, just had dinner. David Morning on Twitch. Hello. And David Taylor asks, Kevin, how are you? Thank you guys for coming by tonight. Today, about 2 hours, as usual, 2 hour Sunday night stream. I'm going to try and make some progress on the rocket missions. Hopefully everyone had a good weekend. Let me just check my sounds here. Sounds look okay. Let me know in the chat if there's any problem with the sounds. Just kind of tinkering with stuff in the lower corner there. Okay, so hey Jaws, what's going on? It is 7 p.m. Friday already. Yes, it is. For me, it's 8. Glad you could make it, Jaws. What's going on? Kevin said also just adjusted my gunk boiler to address the problems that arose when it stopped boiling because petroleum wasn't being used fast enough. Awesome, Kevin. That's from the last you sent me that playthrough already, correct? So that's just the adjustments to your last one that you've sent in. Hey, what's up, Kira? Good evening, fellow dupes. Hey, what's up, Trainwreck? Welcome to the stream, everyone. Hello, hello. Glad you guys could make it tonight. Yeah, we're gonna be on for about 2 hours or so. Just a quick stream, my usual quick stream on Sunday night. Glad you guys could all join me. So the idea today is to get on Freezeal again. So, I feel a sneeze coming on. Basically, just gotta go back here and actually, I don't even think I have to go back here. I don't need these things to work for what I'm trying to do here. Mainly, yeah, I think I'm almost ready to take a duplicate from the printing pod. I actually have to activate this, so I do have to come back. I want to get a duplicate here, a binding duplicate, just to have them sort of so this one's self-sustaining, this asteroid, and then I can have someone here to work on stuff. I don't think he's sending rocket missions back. I have a beacon already here, so I can send materials from the main asteroid. So I'm gonna get some radiation set up. Pretty sure this takes radiation. This thing. See, yeah, rad bolt input, so maybe we'll set some Weezworts up or something. And actually there's already a little bit of radiation in space, so I doubt that's enough to really fill this. How much rads do I need? Anyway, I don't know, it's probably a lot. So Kevin says no, that is the save is the first try. This is from the current playthrough. Okay, I got you, Kevin. Cool. Jaws says gunk equals early game petroleum. Question mark. Hey, what's up, Kubi Man? Is it better to play? It is better to play on like normal asteroid, or the harder one like more asteroids. It really depends on what you prefer. I like to play on the in between, where so this asteroid is unspaced out with a lot of different planets, as you can see, but we're not required to go on those planets to sustain our colony. Everything can be sustained from the main colony. If you play on the spaced out version of the game, you have to get on other planets for things like crude oil most of the time. If you, or if you play on the base game, like the vanilla, then obviously you have no other planets. So this is a good middle ground in my opinion. You get a very big starting asteroid, you get all the things that you need to sustain your colony. So you don't have to go to space, but you always have that option to go to space if you get far enough into that particular playthrough. So it really depends on your preference. I like to play on the spaced out classic mode, which is what's going on here. Kira says I wanted to come on Friday, but we line up for stream times. I do fear. No worries, Kira. Actually, I didn't know that you stream, so I'm gonna check out your stream right after. Let me just write you in my notepad here. I had no idea that. Check out Kira. I'm gonna check you out after the stream. Awesome. Thanks for letting me know. Hey, what's up, Sean? Welcome. Glad you could join me tonight. Kira says, I actually started doing proper spines recently, having 3 transformers that run a baseline, workshop line, and some suits, getting on closer to a cool steam vent looked at. Nice. Congrats, Kira. That's a lot of progress done. It is really helpful when you have like proper setup spine network up and down your base. That can really help you branch off and add new things without a huge colossal addition to the power network. Like if you have spines running all over the place, like this could be cleaned up a little bit arguably, but if you have spines pretty much everywhere, you have options to add, to tap into boost events all over the place if you want to. So it is really nice to just pre-build those and not have to worry about rebuilding or adding in the future. And David says everything can be sustained on your main colony unless you get very unlucky with water. That is true. That is true. You can get extremely unlucky. I believe I was just reviewing a playthrough on maybe this Friday or I think it was last Friday, where the player had no... Sorry, my memory is not always the best with these things, but where the player had absolutely no water geysers. They had like one salt water geyser or something. So they didn't have a source of regular water that they could use without desalination, which is kind of rough. I mean, desalination's okay, but it costs so much power to desalinate, so not really the biggest fan of that. Okay, let me just get some space missions started here. Actually, first and foremost, let's get the rad bolts set up for this. So I think it's kind of a waste, I think, to just pop this thing in here. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. I probably want to have Weezworts here. Maybe just build this. I'll just build this for now, and then at least I can start accumulating some rads. And then I'll plant some Weezworts or something. I think that'll be maybe the optimal solution here. I obviously don't want my duplicates coming near here if I'm generating a lot of rads. Come to think of it, rads might be better to like have coming up here or something. Like maybe, yeah, because I want this to be loaded and I don't want this to be, yeah, maybe that's the best thing. Maybe just delete that. Maybe destroy 2 blocks here, and then we'll have like the refractors or something. They still can get hit, obviously, but I think that might be just a slightly more elegant solution than not. So, anyways, I'm not always the best with deciding where where radiation things should go. I just kind of plop them down and hope for the best. So I think that's quite evident with most of my playthroughs. Anyway, let's put some farm tiles down to get some Weezworts. We could get some... Yes, we could get some lamps as well. I think Weezworts are just way more convenient. They just require some phosphorite, and we have plenty to use anyway. And we'll just plop some of these guys down, get this built. We can figure this up and then over, and then yeah, we'll do that. Let's see what's going on in the chat here. Everything can be... make sure my lights and such aren't being stolen by the evil rock crusher. Yeah. Been using 30 mealwood plus 15 berry setup. Nice. That's awesome, Kira. Yeah, once you start transitioning to berry, and then, of course, after berry, you can go right to barbecue. But berry can... So I made this point in my last video, is that berries, bristle blossoms, or bristle blossoms or gristleberry can basically take you to the end of the game really, really easily. I know it's not like the preferred method, because obviously if you are... can you guys hurry up and do this, please? Obviously, like you can get way better morale boosts from like later on food variants, but if you have blossoms, then you can easily transition to the berry sludge, so you already have like the infrastructure set up for blossoms, and you can transition to berry sludge very easily. Or you can go to the stuffed berry, which gives you, I think it's plus 12. I think it's plus 12, yeah. Let's see. With the pinch of upper plant, a stuffed berry, plus 4 quality. So I think that's like plus 12 morale or something like that. Really, really good as well. I mean, it's not the best use of polluted water, and you have to heat the pinch of upper plant, but it's an option that you have available depending on your setup. I would much prefer to go with bristle berry sludge, but there's a lot of options. And then also the blossoms can be used for Drecos. To feed Drecos, they can be used for seeds to make for Pacus, which is exactly what I'm doing here. Like I have this production for strictly for my berry sludge, which I haven't even used this playthrough actually. Like I have an insane amount of it. That's another good thing, is that you don't have to refrigerate that. And then I just have an insane amount of seeds that are going right to my fish. So it's like the blossom is just so awesome, like so powerful in different ways than just feeding your colony directly. Of course, like I said, the surf and turf is way better, so you're not getting the best food. Like I am making surf and turf here, but the blossoms are just so versatile. They get so much benefits from them all around. So it's really, really good. Hey, what's going on, Phil? Glad you could join. Welcome to the stream. Akir says, I got a Sage Hatch and Glossy Dreco right now. I have no idea what to do with these. I wasn't planning on them. Those are awesome. So Glossy Dreco can be used for plastic production. Dreco's for reed fiber production. You really only need one ranch of each, depending on how aggressive you are with your expansion. So if you take a look at, for example, my reed fiber production, don't forget that we're also sustaining the Atmos suit. Atmos suits have to be repaired if you're playing with that on. So we're sustaining our Atmos suit repairs, and we're able to make new Atmos suits at will just with this one farm. And of course, I have the bathroom thermal reeds as well. And then these guys provide plastic when sheared, which is amazing. Now they did get nerfed, so they're not as powerful, but it doesn't matter as long as you have Glossy Dreco set up early. You're going to have plastic for days when you get later in the game. Like you really don't lose a lot of plastic unless you're extremely aggressive with your expansion, and that's okay too. Then in that case, you just need more, right? So it's not the worst thing. So let's get the sand out of here. So empty storage. Why isn't it going through here? Oh, it's not going through here because it's stuck. Everything's cooling down right now. So that's all right. Whatever. Is it stuck here? Like if I just function that, is it gonna work? No, it's just too hot right now. Sometimes they get stuck at, I don't know why, it's like a glitch, it gets stuck. Anyways, I'm probably not going to do a lot of mining, but let's just empty the storage anyway. Hopefully there's no algae here that turns into dirt. That would be quite annoying. And then this rocket can pretty much go. Like, we're ready to go back to Freezeal. So let's see, we have gear bombs, we have basic rad pills, 400 units, we have oxygen, and what else do these guys need? Oxygen. Let me just go back to this one. Sorry, chat, I'll catch up with 1 second. Just want to make sure I have it. Oh, gear bomb. Oh, eco power banks, which we have a lot of as well. We have it up here. Let me just add that to the thing. Eco power banks, perfect. So we have lots of stuff to go on a extended space mission this time. Let's go ahead and select a destination. We're going to go into the Freezeal orbit, and then we're going to land on the second rocket platform. That's what I keep messing up on every time I go there, and I'll turn the game speed up as well. So as soon as they come up, both the ultis come up, this guy's really happy, really excited to get going. Carrying a balloon too. Okay, let's go ahead and function everything here. Get ready to go. Rocket is ready, I think. I think we're good. I got a Sage Hatch and oh, sorry, I already read that message. David says, if you're going to destroy blocks, then why not destroy them directly under the input and use the rad bolt panel? Well, I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not very well versed in, for whatever reason, radiation doesn't really click with me. I tend to just go for the most basic setup that I am comfortable using, like just plopping down and not having to worry about, which is the Wheezeworts. I love the Wheezeworts because if you're not, I don't know why I clicked that. If you're not in space, like I am here, Wheezeworts also provide some cooling for you. So it's like an insane benefit to get the cooling out of it and also the radiation. So I just kind of made that on the whim. I didn't really plan a whole lot. So it's not going to get built because it's out of sedimentary rock. That's my problem. I need to build it out of, well, let's do obsidian, I guess. And then we'll just build up. And same thing with this. All the sedimentary rock is allocated to my hatches, so I just have to be more conscious not to use sedimentary rock. So things actually get built. And then let's see, copy this. And then, of course, we'll get some rads from the top as well because I cleared that open space. So that should be okay. Lots of rads up here. And then I want to start, what is this? What are we asking for? Oh, blast shots. That's not what I want at all. Whoops. Let's just go ahead and go around that. Yeah, kind of interesting situation here. Let's go around up top and then delete that. And let's see if I can empty the storage. Can I empty the storage? Will that work? Kind of don't want to send blast shots. That is a little bit annoying. Maybe I can just destroy it. Just rebuild it. Sage hatch equals barbecue. Oh, sorry, I forgot to talk about the sage hatch as well. Trainwreck has got a good point. Barbecue and coal and is amazing. Barbecue and coal. Like I'm not on sage. I'm on the stone hatch. Actually, these guys are not eating, so they're not even eating sedimentary rock. Why is that? Why don't they have any food? They don't have. Well, there's a lot of igneous rock here. Maybe what I have to do is like go ahead and get it because this can't get access to it. Maybe I'll put this here. Okay, let's go ahead, open this up, build this, because obviously we have a situation on our hands that so we just want to look. Where is he taking that? Okay, good. So it's gonna go back to the cooling mechanism, but I just want it to be automated. I didn't know I had that magma there. So basically, we're just gonna go through here. It'll get cooled and sent up to our hatches, and then sedimentary rock should be being delivered somewhere as well, but I'm not sure. This is also very, very hot, so yeah, this is not. This will eventually get cooled, I think, but I have to bring power back to that. I just haven't had time to go back in there. Okay, we'll go ahead and lock this back up. And then just, I don't want my duplicants coming in here and grabbing the igneous rock. And that should feed our hatches for a little bit longer, I think. Okay, I switched my space station ration berry sludge over to pike apples, says Kevin. I never used pike apples. What? I mean, I probably did at one point, but what do they do that's beneficial? These things, do they last? Oh, they last for 16 cycles as well, and you can make them into the skewer. What's the benefit? Oh, you mean like? I think I see what you're saying. Are you making them into berry sludge with the sleet weed, or are you feeding them the pike apple? Sorry, chat, I'm way behind here. I don't need a hydrogen section of a ranch to shave Drecos, though. Yeah, you need a hydrogen section to grow the scales. So what you can usually do at the beginning of your game is you'll have pockets of hydrogen around your asteroid that are pre-existing. You can just capture those pockets with a gas pump, and then put it into a canister filler, and then take the canister bottle out, which you can do just by if you push this slider to 0, it'll drop the canister for you. You can just pick that up and put it inside your farm, or you can use the canister emptier, so you could build that. I have a canister emptier here. You could build that and empty that bottle of hydrogen, and then you'll be able to have some hydrogen in that base, and then just block off the top. Like it really doesn't have to be too complicated. I know people make like very elaborate setup, which is fine. They're more efficient than what I'm using here. But if you like plan ahead and build this early enough, you're going to have so much plastic with a very basic rectangle setup like I have here. So I'm preventing the hydrogen from escaping by having this wall here. Now, the bad part about this is that it's not entirely sealed. So if my air pressure drops on the outside of my base, which it has in this playthrough before, because my hydro went offline due to power issues, this hydrogen will eventually escape through the door, which causes a whole bunch of problems. Because it'll just end up at the top here. Actually, there's a little bit still here, so I probably just never got rid of that, but it's not really affecting my duplicants that much because they're in atmo suits by that time anyway. So that's kind of the main issue with a very basic farm like this that's not entirely sealed off with an actual liquid lock or similar. But it's really super easy to just get something online. And actually, I really hope Space Farter has fuel. I forgot to see if it's fully fueled. It should be fully fueled. Like if I click on this guy and want to bring him back. Yeah, 29. Okay, I'm good. I am good. I'm on cycle 62, says Kira, for my current colony, so I wasn't expecting either of those yet. You can find them pretty close to your asteroid, but whether or not you find a use for them, whether or not you find like a use for them right away, because they're a little bit like you alluded to earlier with the hydrogen, they're a little bit tricky to set up at first. But if you just stick to a super basic setup, you can get a ton of plastic production out of this. And like I said, I do have like 70 tons of it, 71 tons, and all my asteroid has, like transit tubes. I have a bunch of steam turbines and whatever. So I've been quite, I haven't really held back with the plastic production at all. Been doing pretty good. Okay, interplanetary launcher. Let's go ahead and put that down again, and not build over top of the conveyor. So that's something like that. And then of course I want a new conveyor. We'll just build it out of copper for now, because I can just deliver what I want to deliver from. Like I don't want my duplicates to travel that far. I can just have it somewhere here, I think. Maybe something like this for the time being. This is gonna need, I should put this in maybe deeper into my base. They don't have to go up as far. Oh, now we got another issue. A lot of intersections here. I might just build something on this side, which is fine because this side has natural cooling anyway from the rocket platform. Let's go to tile. A sandstone is fine for here. Put it on this side, then jump it. Conveyor bridge, something like that. And then the conveyor rail over one, and then the conveyor loader. Something like that. Build it out of cobalt. And then, of course, we need other things that we might want to send. So we need, particularly, I want to send water. How hot is this, by the way? It's pretty hot, so I'll probably want to use insulated pipes here. Yeah, I think insulated pipes is probably the best way to go, at least until I get past this hot material, and then I can use a regular. Just use shale for the rest of it. Bring it all the way down here, and then I'm not sure yet. I could tap off an existing water supply from here, which is probably the best thing I could do, maybe? Yeah, maybe I'll bring this over. Bring it over to here and just tap off of it. And then I can maybe set delete all this, and then maybe just do an on-off switch. I just worry about, so what I'm worried about is boiling the water here and then breaking my pipes. So maybe I will, just for the time being, I'm going to put a shut off for it. Where's the, sorry, I don't know why I paused the game there. Where's the liquid shut off? There it is. Yeah, steel probably is fine. Insulated. Put that there. I might regret not making that out of steel. We'll see. And then of course power. I don't think I need steel or helium for power. Let's just try to use not steel. There are new insulated doors that can use free. Yes, so insulated doors also take them, which is I'm not sure how I feel about that. It makes insulated doors quite expensive if you don't have a lot of reed fiber. It's obviously not the worst thing in the world, but okay. So let's go ahead and land this thing. Let's go on Freezeal. This time I'm not going to mess up and land here. I'm going to land the rocket here. So there we go. Let's see how the heat affects it. The heat affects us now that we're landing on this side. Remember, this is hydrogen, so it's really, really hot. Space should just take care of most of it, but unfortunately, I do have to have the rocket platform pretty low, so I can be below the threshold. So yeah, we'll just delete this rocket platform. It's already being deconstructed. Is this guy stuck? Did you just get stuck? I think he just got stuck. That is just fantastic. Okay, let's get you down. Oh, no, you can come down this way. I didn't even see that. All right, that's good. And then I don't have to do much here either. I think I'm pretty much good in terms of like I have power for the duplicate. Actually, I should make some eco power banks. How the hell do you make that again? Do you need the crafting table, right? Which one makes the eco power bank? I should make a apothecary. Is that how you say it? Apothecary. I should make one of these guys, and then set up a lubrication. Just set up some washrooms for the new duplicates that will be arriving on this. Let's do. Where is it? Where is it here? Well, I always just type it in lubrication because I can never find it. Lubrication station. We're gonna need some oil for this, so this is just very temporary, obviously. So we'll just put it here with a bottle filler, just something intact, so I can get all this set up. Need a way to gunk remover, gunk extractor. Gunk extractor. Those ladders are kind of in the way. We'll put something else there. Gunk extractor into a pitch bottle filler. Kind of like that. And then I also want the apothecaries here, so this can make us gear bomb. And then a crafting station, I think. Nope, that's not how you spell crafting. I think this is how you make what I want to try to make. Okay, so we have lots of gold. I just use lead. Whoops. Redo that. Use the gold. Okay, let me just catch up again. A little bit behind here with the chat. Kira says, if it works until it explodes and becomes a problem. 'Tis the only way. That's absolutely true, Kira. That is 100% the only way. This is the best result you can get from pike apples. I gotcha, Kevin. Okay, so I had rejected them before until I realized that. Yeah, I'm glad that berries can be made from many different sources now. So it gives you like I had no idea until just this playthrough that I can make the berries using the mega fond. So, anyways, that's it's because I haven't played with the mega fond before, right? So it's one of those things where if I should be able to reach that now, or if I don't use it, I just end up not realizing that it exists. Let's get this done. I think they should be all right building that. I mean, there's just so much to the game. There's just so much to it that there's a lot that I learn every single time I do a playthrough, especially on stream where you guys tell me a lot of things. In my opinion, the pemmican is the best non-spoiling food source. If DLCs are involved, I have never been on. Oh, something's overheating. I've never been on the pemmicans yet. Okay, let's just see what's overheating. The gas pump. Okay, we're finally this gas pump. So I went on and about this gas pump for many times before during this playthrough. This gas pump is finally overheating with the natural gas vent here, natural gas geyser. Check out how old this gas pump is. It's 1400 cycles old, and it's made out of cobalt ore. Like this is insane longevity from from being right next to this natural gas geyser. So this just kind of, again, just to reiterate why this is so significant for me, is this was built very early on, and I always preach, like, do not vacuum out your natural gas rooms if you don't have steel. You can or like even gold, like everyone has gold, right? But maybe you don't have gold. You can use copper ore or cobalt ore to have a gas pump in this room as long as you don't vacuum this room out. Because then when the natural gas geyser erupts, even though it erupts at 150 degrees, the surrounding atmosphere that you discovered the natural gas geyser in will take care of most of the cooling, especially if you have like natural tiles that help as well. Like obviously at this point I have a lot of heat leaking out of here, so it's at this point in the game it's not really faring too well anymore, but I can just go ahead and close that off and then get that more permanent. And now we can finally put up a steel pump, and then it'll be good for the rest of time, basically. Again, I don't want to use sedimentary rock here. Let me just kind of go back and delete that. Build the gas pump out of steel, and then this we can build out of copper or shale or whatever. And then of course put this guy up, and that's already on. It's already on a power source, but it's not connected. And then I think I kind of want to keep this here just as a way of like I don't know. It's been fun having it for so many cycles. Let's just disconnect it all together. Deconstruct that. Deconstruct all this. Except this. No, I didn't want to deconstruct that one. Okay, this disable building. And then, yeah, I mean, it'll stay cool anyway because I have some water here, but we'll just build that as a more permanent solution. Trainwreck says, hey, I just got done putting together my Hydra. I call it the double 7 Hydra because it has 7 electrolyzers and 7 air pumps. Nice. Congrats, Trainwreck. That is awesome. That is a massive Hydra. That's going to last you for your entire game. Unless you take like 100 duplicates. Better to have too much use for mats than too little, minus plants. I have a lot of plant husk lately. I do too. I've never used them for anything. I actually honestly don't even know what... Oh, they're for the moose. I was going to say, I don't even know what they're for because... I never used them. Let's take a look at what's going on here. So we are sending radiation to here. We have blast shots again. I guess that was the remnants of the conveyor rail that was still there. But anyways, let's go ahead and send some water. I think. Well, when it's full of, yeah, it's ready to launch. So let's go send some water. I should do some better automation for this, but for now we'll just let it fill up. And let's take a look at what's going on Freezeal. So Freezeal, we have everything done. No, this is not. That's the soldering station. Soldering station is what I need. So let's put the soldering station on. I want to be on eco power banks on this asteroid. I could probably leave a couple here, but you know, I'd rather be on eco. Then I want to connect this for sure. Connect these. I do have 2 ecos charging, and I have this thing that's able to... Actually, for now, maybe I'll take 1 eco off. Just have 1 charging. And then get the soldering station up. We do have abyssalite on this asteroid. So this is pretty much ready now for a duplicant to come in and start living. I just need to send some water here and wait for this to melt, and then I can have an infinite Hydra source, basically. So let's get these guys back on. I don't think I need anything else to be done here. So summon the crew. We want to send this crew to do some mining for us. Maybe we'll grab a teapot. Is the artifact module? No, it's not full, so I can grab something. Let's get the moldavite. Databanks, crude oil. I don't really need crude oil. What do I need though? Crude oil here. Molten tungsten I really don't want. I guess this is probably the best. Maybe I'll grab the office mug. And then hopefully not grab any molten iron and then just go straight for... Wait, let's actually do this. I can't grab the molten iron because I don't have... This doesn't store that. Yeah, okay, cool. That's pretty much good. Let's go. Watch the heat. Make sure nothing melts. Fingers crossed. Looking good. Just like that. You need soldering station for eco. I was a little bit behind on chat, David. Thank you so much for that, though. I sometimes, it takes me a while to find something occasionally because I usually just do the Control F now that it's in the game. Before that, I used to just use the search bar. So I have no idea like where a couple of different things are. Hey, Uther, what's going on? Kevin says, well, you spelt the best way to build as scuffed, so your spelling always is a bit off. That it is. Uther says, I'm going to try to make a shine bug reactor. I wonder how it will do. It will do great. It will do great, especially if you can keep reproducing your shine bugs. It's going to do amazing. Shine bugs can be an amazing reactor source. Just keep them having reproduce themselves, and then you'll be fine. Get rid of water. Eco power banks will explode. Oh, the water. Well, I missed. Like I said, I was a bit behind, so I missed that. Yeah, that looks like it might be. Oh, they must have taken the eco power banks with them. Let's see. They did. Okay, so they did in fact take the eco power banks. Let me put on. So the next. Oh, I forgot to activate that. That's okay. They're not very far. Let's go land again. I forgot to activate the printing pod. I was gonna say the next time that we land, or the next thing that happens on this asteroid is we're gonna take a duplicate from here. So now that we are back, we'll mop that, and then they can manage this asteroid, and then I'll just start sending over water to here. So let's activate this, inspect as well. Not that I need the data banks out of it, but there we go. Activate this, please, and then get back on the ship after. Perfect. Here we go. Back on the ship. Let's go. Destination. Back to... Yes, the copper ore would be nice, I think. Select crew. I think they're both on board. Yep, they're both on board. Wrong asteroid. You have lots of fuel left. And then we'll send over the water from here. So select destination to Freesiel. And then just keep sending some water over. And the water, like I said, so the point of the water is just to keep the Hydra going. And the Hydra is going to be the source of all life on this asteroid through power. I have a little bit of power coming from here, but mostly it'll be from the Hydra, especially when I start charging power banks. And this is particularly the case because... oh, I should have left some boosters here. That's okay. I have the crafting station. I have everything here that they need. I'm gonna get oxygen from here. I basically just need somebody here to manage this place, so I don't have to keep coming back. So I want to maybe get these online as well. I don't think I need these to finish the game, but I think it'd just be fun to have a duplicate living here. And then, of course, I want a duplicate living on all of the asteroids as well. Even this one. Well, I have to build a printing pod here anyways, so I'll be back on this. But maybe that's something that I can do is put a printing pod here with a source of oxygen, maybe like an interplanetary launcher or a receiver, and then just send over oxygen or something, or maybe have a Hydra here. I don't know yet. I could do geothermal here as well. There's a couple options with all this magma, but basically I just want to pick this up with a pitcher pump and put it all into a little pit, and then yeah, that's kind of my plan for this asteroid. I have a lot of steel here. This payload is all steel, so lots of stuff I can do on this asteroid. They're gonna go there and harvest that, and in the meantime, well, I guess what we should probably do is put these robo-miners in, so it's incredibly annoying to have to keep coming back and clearing these off again and over. The problem is that the robo-miners will get hot if they have continuous usage, so let's put this guy, and I guess I have to put it back this far, and then I have to do another one. Not ideal configuration here. Yeah, whatever. We'll just do that. Then we'll put one here. Yeah, that's fine. Put one here. Put one here. Put one here. Maybe move this one back one, so they can clean themselves off as well. Take this one out. Put this one here. I think that's going to be okay. And then, of course, we'll do the backing. Something like that. And hopefully that doesn't interfere too much with the meteor. This might interfere too much. I might have to move it, but that's all right. something for my duplicants to accomplish here. Bring power to everything for now, and then might need some ladders as well. Just put this across. Put this across here. I guess I can't do it. There we go. That's fine. Build this. Build that. Something like that. David says, it scared me a bit with the water at the power bank station. Dude, that happens to me all the time where it happens to me all the time where I blow up the power banks. The first time it happened was hilarious because it was on my Super Duper Dreamland playthrough, and somebody left a power bank in my liquid lock, and it exploded in here, and it created a huge mess of like hot and fire and all this stuff. And I had no idea what caused it because I haven't played with bionic duplicants prior to that. So it was kind of hilarious to experience all that. But nonetheless, yeah, I've had that happen many times. I get too focused on the game myself sometimes. That I try to find a good balance, David. But sometimes to make progress, I have to focus on the game, and then sometimes and then that leads to obviously not reading the chat as much, so then I go back and forth. But I try to keep a good balance. I try to always get to every message as well. Sometimes I miss a message, but I think I like to interact with you guys, so I try to get to every single message that you send. Kevin says, I have a cooling loop for all my blasters that I just added in my robo mining system too. Eventually that's what we'll have to do. This miner has been available for quite a while, so it still hasn't heated up yet. I think, yeah, almost 300 cycles. So as long as these ones don't have to work as hard, I think we'll be okay. But we'll see. It's see how things go for now. And I guess we're still trying to send water in here, so that's okay. I love that you can see the payloads. That's really cool. So we have let's go to Space Farter. Yeah, so we got the artifact. Now we're loading up with material, and of course we should be more than good on the Space Farter spacecraft. We do have a little bit of gunk here again. Why is that? Not sure why I have extra gunk here. Did you guys pee your pants again? I mean, you have a gunk extractor, right? No, you have a toilet. Oh, because the toilet is the toilet exit is right here. So yeah, that's where my gunk is coming from. All right, well, let's get a gunk extractor set up, and then we'll just put this in I'll make a bathroom for it after I land, but just for the time being, so I don't have gunk just spewing all over the place. Let's put a liquid reservoir. No, let's not do a liquid reservoir. Let's do the bottle filler. Make it out of steel, sure, why not? And then plumbing. Just something quick and easy, so we can get rid of the gunk in the meantime, and then destroy this, obviously. I was also wondering why I had polluted water here before. Like, before I started the stream, I mopped up a bunch of polluted water, and I had no idea where it came from, so that's probably where it was. By the way, I got my Esca again tonight. In case anyone was wondering. I see robo-miners, and I'm like, okay, why do I need these? But they are just for space defense mainly. Hey, what's up, Lockstack? Welcome to the stream. So, Kira, robo-miners are for a bunch of different uses. So space defense is really good if you have, for instance, meteor blasters or telescopes. They're also really good if you have just bunker doors, because if you have bunker doors, eventually your bunker doors will have to open once the meteor shower passes, and everything will fall on the ground. So in that situation, you'd have just a massive. Let me just pause here. In that situation, you'd have just a massive line of mesh tiles, sort of like that, and then all the material would fall on that. You'd have robo miners above to mine out all the solid tiles. That's kind of another use for robo miners. You could also use them for volcanoes. So some volcanoes, in particular, the niobium one, solidifies very, very quickly, and it blocks the volcano. So you could have one placed somewhere in the vicinity over top of the volcano to continuously mine it out, so you don't have to have duplicates coming back in here. What other? I don't think I'm using that anywhere because my volcanoes are pretty stable. I do keep a lot of steam in them, so I don't really have to worry about that. Actually, speaking of volcanoes, this one that's dormant now, it's going to be active in 11 cycles, but this one has slowly but surely. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember or if you guys took a notice in the previous streams, but this was a lot more full of magma. So I wonder if we're. I mean, we should be running magma positive here for sure. It's just weird how far it's gone down between dormancy periods. And then this is where I'm struggling to cool all of this material because I don't have a lot of steam in here. Like, these things just work too efficiently. I almost have to like shut them off until I get pressure built up in this area. So once this has gone dormant in 20 cycles, which is not going to be this stream, I might even forget. I probably should go back in here and put an Atmos sensor so these things are not working unless this is near overpressurization status. Because I'm trying to cool this igneous rock, but it's not being cooled because there's no steam pressure in here. It's like 7 grams of steam, so it's not really working all that much. David says automated mining of any kind, like shovel. Yep, exactly. Oh, for voles, exactly. Yeah, voles it's essential to have it in a vole farm as well, because they make a lot of natural tiles. It's a great point, David. Yeah, I guess we can take the ice, and what we'll do is we'll just sweep everything that's here. I have a lot of garbage there anyway, so why not? Let's take a look at these guys. How much more do we have here? We're doing pretty good. 7 tons out of 27. And then I think the next asteroid that I want to go on to settle, I'll have to take some more material to it. How about water tow? Is water tow? Do they have? Yes, they have a printing pod here. This would be a really easy one to make a Hydra on, obviously. Maybe I'll come back here and just make an interplanetary launcher, or what's it called? If we go, what's this thing called? The targeting beacon out of steel. I have plenty of steel on the rocket. I should be able to make a targeting beacon. So go back to. I'll go to water tow. Hey, thanks for the follow, Monzatus? Is that how you say it? Please correct me if I'm wrong. Thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. Welcome to the stream. Yes, I want to go to water tow possibly, and then just build my interplanetary launcher so I can send payloads to it, and then go back home. And that will allow me to construct a SPOM there, or a Hydra or of some sort. Just to get all the materials ready for that. I can even start that actually. Maybe what we'll do, maybe we won't make like a full on. Let's go to water tow. Maybe we won't make a full on Hydra. A small electrolyzer setup would probably be fine. Would have been empty. What's that mean? Oh, there's no materials for it. Maybe. Let's see. Like something like this, which I used for my YouTube tutorial, my latest YouTube, works quite well actually, and that's a lot easier to set up than messing around with a massive Hydra. So I might just do something like that. Akira says, in theory, I could set up a system to clear out an area without dupe labor. You could, but you'd constantly be rebuilding the robo miner, so it wouldn't be as efficient as just having a duplicate. These things are static, so they're really only useful in areas that are prone to getting, again, sedimentary rock is not going to be built, that are prone to getting solid tiles. Gotta be more conscious of that because that's kind of annoying. Just sitting here waiting for something to be built, and it's because of something super, super simple. It's because I keep clicking on existing. Let's use up the shale. The shale is... I find shale to be completely useless. Actually, I don't even need this. So build across like that. That'll get that done. Then build across, build across, build across. Something like that. And then we'll delete those in time. But yeah, so this thing, like this meteor blaster, is somewhat impacted by this mesh tile, but it can still get access to all that. So I wonder what would happen. Yeah, I think these will be fine. It'll just have like this area not able to be intercepting anything, but it should still overlap with that. Was trying to automate the process of farming a bit with some sweepy docks, but not sure it's going as well as I want to so far. Sweepy docks are really, really good. I'm using one in my blossom farm. They're great for picking up the plant husks, and they're great for picking up the seeds. And then from here, this auto sweeper handles the sweepy dock storage. So you could have automation here to deliver the blossom seeds or, you know, whatever, the plant husks to whatever location that you want. One of the problems with farming, in my opinion, is that I mean, as far as I know, other than the lums, there's no way to automate farming. And I wish there was. I wish like there was a robot that could do that. Given how much robots already do in this game, I wish there was a way to automate the farming without having lums. Like lums are really good because they stomp and they auto harvest plants. But aside from that, they don't, they do not do that. Okay, I think, what are we collecting here? Copper and obsidian. Yeah, we'll keep going on that. We're still doing pretty good. Now, question is, do we want to send this rocket to anywhere? I mean, is this really worth it to send? I could replace the nose cone on it, and I could start mining for more materials. I could put some artifact modules and collect artifacts. I definitely don't need this. What is this made out of? Gold? You know what? We'll take this gold payload, and we'll drop it off. And then we'll take an artifact module with us. Let's see if we can build an artifact module. Maybe 2 artifact modules? Like how many could we possibly... Because I want to go on... I think water toe is the one I want gold on, right? Yeah, so I can go to water toe. I can get the egg-shaped rock. And I can get the magma lamp. And I could get the office mug. So I could do like a round trip and do... Oh, I can stop here as well. I could do 3 different artifacts and come back and drop off a payload there. So I think we'll do that. So we'll go back to... We'll go back to here. Build some more artifact modules if we can. I don't need the... I just want to drop off the orbital cargo since I have that available, but... Let's go ahead and add another one. And then add another one. So it looks like that's going to work. It's really, really good. And then we'll need some more hydrogen here. Just a little bit more. And then, of course, we'll get Sanyar on board. Yeah, like David said, sweepers are more often better than a sweepy or farm automations. But sweepy is really cute, so... You know, why not use Sweepy? Hey, what's up, Vitali? What's going on? What's that sparkling water? Yeah, Esca is it's a Quebec brand water. And this one in particular is just sparkling water and with a slight hint of lemon. It's really, really good. No calories, no sugar, no other additives besides just a little bit of lemon flavor and natural spring water and carbon dioxide. So I like it. It's really good. Still shouting them out every stream because I would love to get a Esca sponsorship, even though I don't think I don't think it's like realistically I don't think it'll ever happen, but I think it'd be so cool to be sponsored by Esca. I just drink their water all the time, but it's kind of pricey. This one is sorry, I didn't just say that. It's very affordable. It's a very good value. This is you can buy a case of 24, I think, for $12 at Costco. And then the regular water sort, like the regular bottled water or bottle or whatever. I don't drink bottled water. I drink from the Brita. But those are quite expensive as well. I think they're like $7 or $8 for a case of 24. So it's... Sorry, I meant very, very good value. Okay, let's get the radiation mood ring. I think that would be really fun. And then get Sanyar on board. Oh, by the way, Sanyar, yes, summon crew, but let me just check to make sure I have everything inside. I have oxygen. I should have a lot of oxygen. 300 and some odd grams. Maybe, what's this, 200? So I have 500 grams of oxygen. I have diamond in here as well, which is kind of weird. Let's not summon Sanyar just yet. Until we can get some more oxygen in there. It's not quite a robust setup as the other rocket, the Mega Rocket. The Mega Rocket has just everything in it, so it's super amazing. Hey, David, on YouTube, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Oh, yes, that's the same Morning David. Okay, Morning Star. I just had to read the the last name. My apologies, David. I exist in both chats now. There you go. I just saw a longer last name, and I had to read it to like understand. I usually set a thermal sensor to all my turbines for over 200 because if I remember correctly, that's where you get the most. Yes, you are correct, David. I normally don't care about that, but in this particular case where I'm having the issue, where is it now? Right here, where I'm trying to cool down the igneous rock, it's just not cooling down because I have no, like, this thing is just, there's not enough volume in here to cool this down with. I guess I suppose I could go back in here with the airlock door. I forgot that I had that, but maybe that's what I'll do. I'll come back in here, just build some stuff like an Atmos sensor, obviously out of steel. Maybe we'll put that way over here so it's away from this at least, and then build this. I don't think I need steel. I think cobalt will be fine for this. But then I'll come back up here and, like, I just don't want all the atmosphere to drain out of this. I don't really care about the temperature as much. I'd actually prefer that the temperature goes down quickly. But the issue currently is that I'm just using too much cooling, which is not allowing this igneous rock to cool. And I really need this igneous rock to be, to start sending into my hatch farms, because I'm sort of relying on that. I only have 153 tons, and you can see that my hatches are quite hungry. Now I'm not reliant on hatches. I have more than enough coal, and I have more than enough berry sludge production as well. So I could get off surf and turf anytime I wanted to, but just for the sake of keeping the playthrough going. Is someone hurt? How is somebody hurt? Just for the sake of keeping the playthrough the same and for sustainability, just to show that it's like possible, or whatever reason someone might want to see that. I want to keep that going. Actually, whoops, I don't need this. This one I need online at all times to cool the aqua tuner. So good thing I caught that. Okay, let's go ahead, and these guys are still mining. That's good. Let's go to Logistics Space Station and just get some more oxygen in here. And then we can, I think as soon as that fills up, we can go ahead and send Sanyar. Flight status. Okay, so are you guys done? You guys must be done. Maybe there's no more. No, you're still gathering, but you're almost full. Let's just come back home. I think it's about time. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of hatch trouble here, but as soon as I get some more igneous rock flowing, it should be fine. Lums aren't really base game, sadly. That's true here. And exactly, so lums aren't base game. So I think there needs to be like a more a way to automate your farms, even if it's unlocking some kind of late game tech. Even if you're gonna use plastic for it, where it's not really late game, but there's a reason to unlock. There's so many barriers that you could add, so many artificial barriers to make it so it's not available right from the get-go, just to give you a reason to advance through the tech tree. That I think it's very, very worthwhile. In fact, I'm gonna add that to my farming building with plastic or something. I just want to add it to my video idea. I'm making a video. It's not anytime soon, but I just want to have a lot of ideas on what could be added to the game. I think that'd be a really interesting video. So that's something that I think would be a fun thing to watch. Now we finally have some chlorine. Oh, this chlorine's coming out of here. This is not set. It's kind of funny. I wonder how long I've been wasting power in doing that. But anyways, got some chlorine now that I can start sucking up in here. And yeah, we're bringing the space station, the spaceport back. There's a bunch of steam here all of a sudden. Let's go ahead and summon crew. and send them to the oil field, grab the artifacts, drop the payload off, and come back home. Okay, perfect. Wait for the save here. Hey, what's up, Dwayne? Welcome to the stream. Planning to auto harvest after a while being fully grown does slightly less efficient though. Okay, so Sunyar's on board. Let's go. Let's retract this because the rocket's coming in. Building melted. Heavy wall conductive wire. That's unfortunate. I thought, oh, it's you know what? It probably was built out of steel, but what likely happened is that it was just too hot because I should have primed the cooling. The cooling's coming now, but yeah, I didn't have it primed, so. Great value and thumbs up. Thanks, Uther. Thumbs up to Eska, and thank you for the sip of Eska, Skipsy. Appreciate that. I just saw that now, so that was about 3 minutes ago. Sorry for being a little bit behind there, but thank you so much for the sip. That definitely hits the spot. If you guys could also like the stream on YouTube, including liking Eska, that'd be awesome. And if you're on Twitch, if you're not followed yet, I stream Ani 3 times a week minimum. So if you'd like to follow for more Ani content, I also have a YouTube channel down in the bottom right here. You can go check out my videos. I do tutorials for early and mid-game oxygen not included players. Curious, I drink a lot of Arizona tea here in the States. $1 is hard to beat. That is true. It's like the dollar hot dog from Costco. If it wasn't for the gas price to drive to Costco, Costco would literally be my main. The Costco food court would literally be my main place where I eat. Unfortunately, my Costco is nowhere near me. I have to drive like a half an hour. I mean, it's not that far. It just seems like a half an hour. What is this? Polluted oxygen? Yeah, I don't want that. Okay, so let's get in here. This I can. Let's see how this works. So this might not work out too well, especially if this starts erupting. So let me just save, because I don't want to have my duplicants burnt if I mess up colossally. All right. So this is just doing burnt. I can fix that if they get burnt. It's just I don't want to have them die. I want to build all this stuff so this works according to plan. What's going on here? Ask Tekatan. There's a lot going on. So right now we're doing some space missions. We're collecting resources from this cluster here, bringing this ship back home. This is the Space Farter spaceship is a rocket that has been melted. So I have a lot of stuff going on. It's not fully built. I'm not really as I'm not really as proficient at making very good spaceships, but this is probably my best one so far. It's got extremely good decor, so these guys are like really good, thanks to all the gold tiles. And the second rocket, which is a lot more what I like to call scuffed, this rocket is just collecting artifacts. So I'm going to collect 1 artifact, 2 artifact, drop off a payload at Watertoe, which is going to be a lot of gold, come to get the artifact from here, and then go back home. So that'll help. So I want to get all the artifacts so I can finish the game as far as the printing pod requirements are concerned. So so far we have 1 artifact from the terrestrial studies, and then we have 4 space artifacts. So I have to get them all. Gotta catch them all. This gentleman loves water. I see. I do love water. Water is amazing. There was a point in my life where I didn't drink a lot of water, and I used to get like a lot of brain fog and just not being able to think very well. And ever since then, what's going on? Ever since I started drinking a lot of water, things have been really, really good. Water is so underrated, I feel. Or at least if you're not a water drinker, and you know, if you are, I should put. Wait a minute. I can put stuff here. If you're not a water drinker, you should definitely drink a lot of water. It is great. Great for everything. Helps your brain, helps you think, helps your skin. It helps with your health. It's just really good all around. Just looking at this game makes me dizzy. There's a lot of stuff going on, but if you'd like to learn the game, check out my YouTube channel, which you already are on. And I have plenty of guides, including the over-explained guides and the latest video that I put out, which is about how to start, like how to transition to mid-game. I have a lot of guides to help you out. So I focus on new player builds and early game and mid-game builds. So body temperature. Yeah, I guess it would be a little hot when it's in space, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would be a little bit hot. So let's do this. Let's put some drywall here. And then maybe a little bit of oxygen. We'll put a room here so we can put some oxygen in here and have this cool down. Maybe kind of want insulated tile probably, just because. Yeah, let's destroy this. Probably want insulated tile here because I don't want it to interact with this mesh tile. Otherwise, it's just going to get hot again. So yeah, maybe what I should have done is grabbed power from a conductive wire instead of heavy watt, because this is not really the ideal setup. But nonetheless, we'll go ahead and do that, and then drop off a canister emptier in here. Canister drain emptier. We'll just get some oxygen in here, or some sort of whatever, hydrogen, whatever. I think these can survive in hydrogen, right? Hydrogen farm is fine. Let's get some hydrogen in here, and then we'll. I'm just gonna watch it to make sure. Actually, it won't do anything until these are closed off. So let's close those off first. And then, whoops, that's obviously not ideal. We want to put a manual airlock, and we'll just lock the manual airlock afterwards. Where are you from? I'm from Canada. I am from Canada. Kira says, trust me, Anya is complex, but when you start to get used to the systems, it's a little bit more simple. Absolutely. That's a great way of putting it, Kira. It's difficult to learn the mid game, like the early game to mid game transition for sure. But and early game's pretty tough too, in the sense that like you don't know where your base failure points are going to be until it's too late. So that's what the latest video was really about, to try to get that rectified. What's going on here? The liquid pipe. Is it freezing? Oh no, I think I'm freezing the water. I might have to put backing on this as well. I don't know. I think this is why I've foreseen why I put this on, so I don't have to have those kind of issues. Is there no... Oh, there's no igneous rock to build this, so I have to rebuild it. Let's just do sandstone. I keep forgetting that I really need the igneous rock for my hatch farms, so I probably should not use it to build. I gotta get more igneous rock from my space biome. And the blast shots, by the way, how are the blast shots doing? That's full, and that's full. So we're doing really good on blast shots. And yeah, everything's doing good. Everything is doing fantastic. Airlock doors will still transmit heat out, says Kevin. Well, so I'm not too concerned about transmitting heat out. I just want this to stay cool, and I don't want to take heat from this cobalt tile. This is very hot. So I want it to stay cool enough that, you know, the Weiswart's function, which is 95 degree limit. And I also want to keep this, which is, oh my goodness, this is 2000 degrees. I didn't even see that. That's probably not, I probably should just destroy that and rebuild it. Oh, I can't, oh, this is not going to work either. Let's get rid of that. That was very poorly planned. Let me just put a transformer in here. Let's actually think about this instead of just plopping down random buildings. Okay, so we'll put a transformer here, and then we'll come in with the wire. Let's see, heavy watt wire this way, sort of like that. maybe, I guess, to go across and then bring it. It's gonna be a little bit weird. That's all right. Build some more tiles here. Delete all this. I really want to delete that, and then just get this prioritized slightly. Get it prioritized ever so slightly, and then I don't need to worry about what's going on here. I just need a the radiation joint plate or whatever, that one. So I'll have to bring this down. I know it's 38, it's 60, 80, 70% full, but whatever. I'll put it here, build this thing. Oh, these are in the way. Delete, delete. And get this built. Go to here. Let's do all this really quick. Put a transformer in here. I mean, the transformer at least will have, I guess, other benefits as well. If I have power requirements around this area, I can at least accommodate them. That's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, I could use it for, you know, half of this stuff that I have going on up here, if I ever wanted to transform all that. And then we'll just bring conductive wire back this way across the Weezeworts into the rad bolt generator. After I build the plate. Obviously got to build the plate. Oh, why can't I build the plate here? Is that because of the backing? It might be because of the backing. Let's just get rid of the backing and we'll see. See what happens. This set it on fire. Maybe it. Oh, that reminds me, Skipsy. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Thanks for the sip of Eska earlier. Let's go back here. Let's see how we did, because this is going to be very hot. If I don't, you know, this airlock door does not stop heat from transmitting. So now I have 5 kilograms of steam, and it's a lot cooler now. You can see how quickly the igneous rock has. It's went from 400 degrees to 200 degrees. So I want to only send the green signal if it's above, let's say, 3,000 grams. That will allow this thing to keep venting, and it will keep this actually at a relatively high. Should keep it at a relatively high temperature as well. And then we'll also build this back up with sandstone. So now this thing here should be cooling eventually. We can send it. I could just send it in igneous, or let's do this. I want to tap into this system. So maybe we'll go over, down into here, sort of like that, and then bring it into this exact conveyor belt, which will cool it even farther. So that is kind of the idea. See how well that works. Someone's trapped? Oh no, I didn't even see that you were trapped. It didn't give me the notification. That mod must have been deleted. You almost died, Stinky. Full bladder? Oh no. I had no idea Stinky was trapped. That's fair enough. Hey, what's up, Jay? What's going on? Let's mop up this mess that Stinky's about to make. Let's just go like this. Everyone mop up Stinky's pee. And then this thing can be not 9. Okay, let's go sweep. Sweep all this out. See how the rock... Oh, the rockets just came back. Nice. So what's melted? The liquid pipe has melted. That's unfortunate. This... By the way, this liquid pipe I think I need, right? I think I have to go right across. Yeah, this is the one that goes straight across. What else? What else melted? Everything else looks okay, maybe? Oh, yeah, that's the lead. That was the lead. So I really should have had the cooling system pre-cooling this area, because this is very, very hot. But that's okay. Maybe, sorry, getting a little bit behind here. Maybe advanced research to make more types of sweepies, being able to, yeah, so you could, that's a good idea as well, Kira. It would be awesome to have like a sweepie that can be modified, do certain different things, like harvesting. I'll take the sand. I could actually use the sand a little bit. So that is actually a fantastic idea. Like a hauler type, a sprinkler type, harvester, gas. Yeah, that would be cool. You could like feed different elements into it, and it could water the panel. Like, so you don't have to have. I mean, I guess the question is, what would be the point of having hydroponic farms if it can water? But maybe there's a certain situation in like a future update that requires you to use that sort of a sweepie. So that would be kind of cool. I mean, the sweepie is such an awesome part of Ani. It's always been in like the loading screen as far as I know, like on the main menu screen in the vanilla game. So I think it should be, just based on how cute and popular it is, I think it should be more of a useful tool. Is the sweepie going to be emptied? Good question, Jay. I have no means of emptying it currently. I could just deconstruct it, I suppose. The problem is everything in here is very hot. So, or actually, it's not hot because I've been draining liquid hydrogen on top of it. But usually, the stuff that it collects is very hot because it's all the rocket platform material. So right now I'm just kind of content with not dealing with the sweepie, to be honest. The poor sweepie's just been full forever, and this should be good now. So the only issue that I have is how do I make this work so I don't care? Like, this is very hot, and I don't think it's going to cool down at least until maybe I should do 1000 because I still want it to cool. I don't think it's going to cool down unless I build a separate cooling chamber here, which may have to be what I do. I just put a second aqua tuner in here, maybe do some super coolant cooling, just so this can adequately pass through and feed my hatches. So maybe that's what I'm gonna do. I mean, I have the means to do it. Just build a massive cooling station area like this. I think that's what we'll do, just as a side project to get things sort of going here. I would have to move this over. I would have to put that new aqua tuner in a very weird location to fit it in. But I think maybe I could have just moved this glass over a little bit and make it work that way. But yeah, I think that's the solution, the proper solution to make this work correctly. Build something like this, fill it with super coolant, and have it cooled adequately by the aqua tuner. So we'll get my duplicants on that. Hopefully they don't get themselves stuck. They should be okay. Build this just in case, and then build this just in case, and then that too, I guess. Whatever. I liked after 3 seconds. Thank you, Lockstack. By the way, everyone, Lockstack is doing an Oxygen Not Included playthrough on YouTube as well. So if you guys are interested in that, go check out Lockstack's channel on YouTube. David says another Clippy EFP profile pic. I think that's what it stands for, right? Sorry, I'm not very good at abbreviations sometimes. Another Clippy profile pic. Airlock is at the top of my priority list. Looking for advice on Hydra. Could I use liquids other than crude oil? Yes, you can use anything. Anything Vital. Just keep in mind that the Hydra will get hot over time. So if you're not actively cooling it, just make sure it's not something that evaporates like before 100 degrees. That's all. You can, like, for instance, here I'm using brine and water. Water and brine. Oh, by the way, let's take a look. Sorry to interrupt. Let's just make sure Sunyar is good. She has lots of oxygen. Let's go ahead and take Sunyar to orbit here. Drop off the payload on Watto, and then continue on to here. Okay, so I really want to take someone on Freezeal. I think now we have lots of water here. I think we're ready to take a bionic duplicate. I'm not sure if the bionic duplicate is going to be able to survive. Oh, it's 2 cycles away. I'm not sure if the bionic duplicate can survive with what I provided them. I really hope that they can, but they are going to be in charge of this planet altogether. So hopefully I'm going to take someone. I should probably send an ammo suit over as well. Probably that would have been a good idea, because I do have some water on the ground here. I can just get that mopped up immediately. But yeah, we'll see how that works. It might be a complete disaster and they might die really quick. So we'll see. Dark Frost, hey, what's going on? He says, hey, Ethan, glad to catch your stream as always. Thank you so much for being here as always. Is the sweeper bot more energy efficient than auto sweepers? I really think that auto sweepers, so even if they are less energy efficient, I think they're miles better. Like, they work way quicker than the sweepy. Like, for instance, this sweepy, for example, it can do this whole platform and clean it. All right, which is really good. It's really good, and it takes only 240 watts of power. Now, the problem with the sweepy is that it takes forever to do that. And if you're like in the business of, or like in the Ani business of, making things happen at a reasonable pace, and if you're not willing to pay for a little bit of extra power or material, I think the sweepy's just really outclassed by the auto sweeper, because the auto sweeper. Where's a good example for instance, like for the auto sweeper here can clear out a whole. That's not the best volcano. Let's go to like this one. The auto sweeper here can clear out this volcano way faster than a sweepy could, because as soon as the volcano erupts, it just takes everything, puts it in the loader, and also I could just put another one here, and it can do the rest of it as well. Also, the auto sweeper only takes power when it's in use, as far as I know. I don't think it's using power if it's idle. So the sweepy, I'm not too sure, actually. I think the sweepy is always using power, similar to like a refrigerator. I haven't tested that. I kind of wish it would tell you like how often it uses power. That would be kind of interesting. It says must be connected to power of at least 240 watts. But for instance, it says that exact same thing for the conveyor loader, but the conveyor loader doesn't need power if it's just idling, right? Pretty sure it doesn't take anything. Hence why the current load is, see how my current load's fluctuating? It goes 120 watts when this thing works, and it's 0 when it's not working. So I'm pretty sure the sweepy is less energy efficient, and it's also slower. So I think it's just worse in all ways than the auto sweeper. And that I just came to that conclusion now. So if anyone has like research to prove that wrong, I would love to see it. Obviously, like I haven't done research myself, just whatever I talked about now. So beer has water in it, I'm pretty sure. I think it does. I think you're right, Ether. I think you're absolutely right. I just want a sweepy that we can pet. Says David. See ya, Jay. I gotta go. See ya. Thanks for coming by and saying hello. What vid is the hydrant? Unsure if I can use a full Rodriguez in my playthrough. If you just type in, so in this playthrough, Hydra would be pretty early. I don't know exactly what vid, but if you just type in my channel Hydra, you should be able to find the Hydra build guide, like a step-by-step build guide, so you don't have to sit through the stream of watching me start this up. I'm pretty sure I failed multiple times on stream trying to start the Hydra just from being like distracted or whatnot. So hang on here. Deploy cargo, orbital cargo module. There we go. We deployed the cargo, and then continue to here. Let's go on Freezeal or Watato rather. So yeah, we got a whole bunch of gold here now. Really good. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you'd have a lot more success following my actual guide than you would trying to follow the stream variant of it. So anyways, have yourself a good night, Jay, and hope to see you soon. Vitaly says, thanks, had to put my game on pause for a few days before I figure out Hydra liquids. Yeah, you can use, again, just to reiterate, you can use anything you want, as long as it doesn't evaporate at a very low temperature. Like I think ethanol would be something that I would probably avoid. it evaporates at 74 degrees. So probably don't use ethanol. You know, obviously liquid oxygen or hydrogen wouldn't work. But water will work just fine. What else? Salt water will work just fine. 99 degrees. Pretty much anything. Solid nuclear waste, like liquid nuclear waste, is would be okay, I guess, as well. Then you'd probably have, I think you'd have contaminants. So I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to use that. Just use whatever you have available. As long as it's 2 different types of water or 2 different types of liquid, you'll be absolutely fine. And also, there's a lot of precise steps to get your Hydra online. So one of the reasons why I messed up the one on stream so many times is because I would just forget something, and then I'd have to go back into it, break it open. It's just a huge mess if you forget to do, like, let's say especially if you forget to do something like in this chamber, and you start building up above, then you have to destroy everything to get back in here, depending on what you forgot. Like, I think I forgot like pipe plumbing or something, or maybe it was wiring, whatever it was. Just make sure that you follow all the steps precisely, and then before you close up one section, you check that you have plumbing, electrical, and automation if you're using it. I like to use automation in mine, so I can turn sides off and on if I have to. It just makes it a little bit more flexible, so I'm not wasting water if I have a limited amount of water. But yeah, that's a really good way to sort of manage that. Oh yeah, this thing's not working. Let's go ahead and get that up. So build a sandstone tile here. Again, I'm using igneous rock for some reason. I'm not sure why I'm using igneous rock. Kind of annoying that I keep using igneous rock here. I should just be using sandstone. Okay, and then this joint plate, for some reason, was not... Yeah, I guess I cannot put a drywall backing onto it. So does that mean that it must cover that area then? It doesn't make sense to me that this would cause an issue of like leaking oxygen there. We'll see, I guess. We'll see once I build it. If not, I'll have to just modify it slightly so that's not the case. But anyways, yeah, the body temperature is just too hot, so we gotta get that fixed. See, it is a vacuum behind it, so as far as I understand, this is okay. I can build behind it now, but I just couldn't build it on top. That's very interesting. Anyways, glad that I got that sorted. So another half an hour or so on stream, everyone, and then I'll be taking it easy for the rest of the night and starting to get ready for bed. Gotta go to work tomorrow. I will have a new video out tomorrow. It'll be part 3 of Over-Explained. So it's a pretty good one. We get to cycle 35 this time, and we get quite a bit done. A lot of digging to reveal more of our asteroid. But I thought it was a pretty good episode. I hope that you guys tune in and enjoy, especially if you're enjoying the series. Then in the next video after that will probably be Rocketry Part 3. Now that I think I have a better grasp on the whole rocketry system, that'll be the 3rd video that comes out. Sorry, that'll be the third Part 3 that comes out next. And then after that, I'm not sure yet. I want to make some shorts for the channel just to get some more of those on the channel as well. So we'll see. We'll see what all ends up happening, but that's kind of the timeline of what I plan to do in the very near future. Now, of course, because I'm going to lock this door so I don't have oxygen just coming out all the time, I do want to have a conveyor loader in here. No, conveyor receptacle in here. This is going to provide phosphorite for my Wheezeworts. Let's go ahead and do that. So my duplicants will essentially just deliver phosphorite to this conveyor loader. Another delivery errand, but that's all right. I could just go all the way down here and grab it, but I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. So let's do that, and then we'll also shut it off. We also give myself the ability to shut it off, just in case I no longer wish to use it for any reason. Obviously, I'm going to need some backing for that as well, so may as well just fill all this with backing, since this will just overheat in time if I don't do that. And I think everything else is pretty much done. I can take these off, so I disallow manual use. I think that's part of a mod that I'm using. So I only let the auto sweeper take care of it. And then everything else is pretty much ready to go here. Let's build the rat bolt generator. This needs one more wire to it. And then I can build this all the way across. So we'll finish that up. We'll get power in here. We get the phosphorite. See how long it takes to save. Okay, so this should be okay. I just need some power to this as well. Oh, by the way, let's open this up. Let's see how Sonyar's doing on her space mission. She's collected the thing from here. So we have lots of oxygen left. Plenty of oxygen, plenty of other resources. She's not stressed. She's doing okay. So let's keep going on here and take her to get the last artifact that she has room for, the magma lamp, and then we'll return after that. We have an artifact from here as well, the coffee mug, and we also have no power to here. I guess that melted from before. I should make it so that when the rocket is coming in, I think you can do that with these things. When the rocket is coming in, I start pre-chilling the landing area, so I don't have a whole bunch of stuff melting again, because steel doesn't even prevent everything from being melted. So I think that might be a good idea. Okay, so phosphorus, put that on 7. This one should be available by duplicants to do. Allow manual use. And then obviously some oxygen. Well, hydrogen is probably the best for here. And yeah, that's ready to go, I think. Up, up, over, boom, just like that. Got some phosphorus. This is a little bit hot. What's the temperature looking like now? 114? Maybe I need a nice temp shift plate to get things a little bit better as far as the heating goes. We'll see how that works. It might flood it a little bit, but anyways, we'll see. So far, the hydrogen's having a hard time cooling it down, so I think it'll benefit us to have that. And then the reservoirs should be able to take care of themselves once they're the proper temperature. I think that shouldn't be too big of a deal. This can probably go on 5 priority. I don't need my duplicates. Yeah, that's gonna need some water on there too. Let's turn it off for now. And then put another temp shift plate over top. And then once it melts, it'll be fine. This should melt pretty quick. Oh, the tile's gone now. That's unfortunate. I didn't know the temp shift plate replaces the tile. So all the water basically just didn't... It's still there. It's just over top of this thing now. I think we might be better off actually getting some gunk or something. What would be a good solution for this? Maybe some polluted water. Let's just grab this. That'll also create a little bit of oxygen for us. So put that there, let that kind of flow across. I don't need hydrogen anymore. We'll just empty this can. And that'll be plenty. Oh, that might actually overpressure. I don't know what the max pressure that these things can work at. Nope, they don't overpressurize, so we're good. And go ahead and Oh my goodness, that's kind of annoying. It's doing that flippy thing. Empty. And then that should probably, yeah, that's going to fix itself, hopefully. As soon as it goes below 95, it should start cooling itself. And then we're doing really good. There it goes. Much better. Hopefully that sustains itself. We'll have to see. Okay, let's get this loaded back up with fuel and oxidizer. This is supposed to stop working when it's... I guess I have it maybe too low, but maybe we'll say 1,000 kilograms. Oh, no, it should be 1 if it's below. Send the green signal if it's, yeah, below. Yeah, below 1, we'll say. Okay, we'll start sending. So this is basically full. And then the hydrogen, waiting for the hydrogen to fill up. And then the rest of it will go overboard. And that can help cool the area as well. That should be enough though. Okay, so back to the interior. We have lots of oxygen. We have oxygen out of here as well. Where currently the oxygen is coming in from... It should be coming in from my base. So that might have melted. Yeah, it did melt actually. Go ahead and put that in. Maybe obsidian is the better choice there, since it's so close to the rocket exhaust. And then same thing with this. I'm surprised that hasn't melted yet, but that's fine. Let's take a look at Sunyar. She's still on her way, and then we'll bring her back. Vitaly asks, have you ever catastrophically failed something at work? Like my IRL work? Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I have. It depends on catastrophic, on your definition of catastrophic. Like bad enough that I cost the company or the client thousands of dollars? No. I guess there's like levels to how catastrophic something can be. Maybe. The worst thing that I recall doing, trying to think. It was definitely when I was a lot newer. If you're talking about IRL work, one of the things that I remember when I was a younger licensed electrician, is I was running service wire for a 100 amp panel, 100 amp meter base, 100 amp panel, and the wire that I loaded into the van. I wasn't very good at telling the size of the wire. Like 100 amp wire is about the size of like your pinky. It's what we call number 2 aluminum. It's about that size with the sheathing over top of it. And the wire that I grabbed was like number 4 aluminum or number 6. I think it was number 4 or number 6 aluminum. So the way that wiring works in electrical is, the higher the number, the thinner the cable. So number 6 is thinner than 4. Number 14 is thinner than 4, and so on. So and 22 gauge is like a hair strand almost. Think of it that way. Not a hair strand exactly, but you can think of it in that same way. Oh, this is made out of cobalt. Oh no, that's the worst thing ever. Let's rebuild it out of steel. So one sec, I'll continue the story in a minute. So yeah, this has to be rebuilt as well. Not gonna last very long. So I grabbed the wrong size wire, but it was still thick enough that when the inspector came and inspected the wire, they did not realize that it was the wrong size wire. It was only after I got back to the shop and I saw that the 100 amp wire was still there that I was like, oh shit. I installed the wrong fucking wire on this service, and it's already passed inspection, so that the hydro company's coming the next day to bring power to it, and they're going to have wire that's going to burn up in their in their service pipe, their conduit. Luckily, this should be built out of steel as well. Luckily, I was able to get back in time the next day and change the wire out, which really doesn't take a long time. But I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell. I kept it to myself. I was working by myself. I was so embarrassed about it. I was like, you know what? This is one that's just gonna stay with me. So that was probably the most catastrophic thing that almost happened, because so here's the situation. If the hydro company came in and connected that meter base to power, then I would have to tell my boss, and then my boss would have to get a disconnect from the hydro company. So we'd have to pay the hydro company to come back at that point and disconnect the power, and then reconnect the power once I change it. And then I would have to call for inspection again, because as soon as you touch something in electrical, please let's rebuild this. Why are we not rebuilding this? Oh, did I not order rebuild? I thought I did. So then we would have to pay the power company to disconnect, and then we'd have to pay the inspector again to come back and re-inspect. And then the inspector would have been like, well, that's the last time I trust you, so now I'm going to look at all your things extra hard and make sure that you're doing your stuff properly. So it would have been a complete disaster. Where did Sunyar go? Sunyar's done her mission, I think. So she's collected all the cool stuff. Let's go back and come back and land. So that was like the worst thing that almost happened. The worst thing that actually did happen. Actually, I have pictures of this on Instagram. Actually, it's kind of funny looking back at it, but obviously, it's not something that I'm extremely proud of. Is we were doing a row of townhouses, and again, I was new. I was a new licensed electrician taking care of the site, and we were doing a row of townhouses of 6 towns, and the hydro meter was supposed to be in the front, like landing, like there were steps going up to it. My boss isn't here. That'd be funny if he was. This was a long time ago, so he doesn't even remember. But but he so the worst thing ever that actually got catastrophically fucked up was we were doing a row of townhouses, 6 townhouses, and the hydro panel was supposed to go right beside the front door in the brick. So there was a set of stairs that went up to the front door from the base level of like the house, the elevation, like 10 steps or so, and then you walk up the steps. The hydro meter should be on your left, and the front door's right in front of you, and then the garage is on the opposite side of the hydro meter. So, because all this was embedded in the brick and in like the foundation, I had to run the pipes for all that stuff prior to them pouring the foundation. And once they poured the foundation, there's no going back. Like you're not gonna like disassemble concrete foundation and redo piping, right? So, anyways, I thought I had the right plans. I didn't know how to read these. The plans were awful. So yes, I probably could have done a better job at reading them, but the plans were awful. It was raining that day, and the old guy that I was working with had no intention of getting out of the truck to work in the rain to finish this, which understandably so. We aren't supposed to work in the rain as electricians. Like, we're a little bit too bougie for that, but like the concrete was coming the next day, so it had to be done. Like it couldn't have been done the next day. Anyway, so let's just empty this. And then also so I put up all the conduits inside the where the foundation is going to be, and they poured the concrete, and I thought everything went well. Well, come to find out, when they're building the house and the structure of the house is like starting to be completed, I'm like, oh man, some of those service pipes that are coming out from the concrete really don't look like they're in the wrong spot. I really hope that they build a wall on top of that at some point. Because they were coming out in the front porch instead of like closer to the door where the garage is going to be, where the brick wall is going to be. Well, so a month or two passes, and the bricklayers are done. Like the house is fully built, the bricklayers are done, the garage is done, all that stuff. And the service pipes for every other house, so every house that was like facing the same direction, because townhouses are just back to back to each other, so they're mirrored. Every other house, the service pipe was coming out in the front friggin' porch of the house. And I thought, oh my God, what are we gonna do? Like, we can't possibly break the foundation and start over, and to rerun it, that's a colossal, that would cost tens of thousands of dollars. Like, even if I didn't let it get to that, but the supervisor should have said something at that point, right? Like, hey, we're building the framing, and like your service pipes are a little bit like in the wrong spot. What are we gonna do? I had no such conversation. We just kind of let the house be completely built and bricked, and then found out that the service pipes are coming out in the front porch. So what they ended up doing is like ordering extra brick and making like fake pillars around where the service pipe came, and and then I routed the service pipes through the garage. We built a massive bulkhead in the garage. So like if you imagine your garage, if you own a garage, like, you know, it's like a rectangle shape. And then on this garage, it was a rectangle shape. But if you look to the right of the garage, there's like a 3-foot long bulkhead running parallel to the garage, the length of the garage. And it comes out about maybe 20 inches or so. And that's where my service pipe runs through to go up to the porch area where it's supposed to come out. And it's just filled with concrete. A massive rectangle bulkhead filled with concrete to accommodate the service pipe. So that was the biggest catastrophic, like, at work fuck up that I couldn't change. There's no way you change that, right? And of course, I have pictures on my Instagram. I thought it was hilarious. You know, fast forward 5 years or 6 years or whatever. Yeah, 6 years now. Fast forward, it's pretty funny, but the house turned out really nice, actually. It wasn't like an absolutely terrible house, but yeah, that's kind of how that went. So Richard, hey, what's up, Richard? I used your spam video to make my first successful spam. Hey, hell yeah, Richard, awesome. I finished it today. I also got my first oxygen mask checkpoint, and now I need to tame a cool steam geyser to have renewable water for all. Nice. That is awesome, Richard. Congratulations on all those achievements. The cool steam vent, luckily for you, is super easy. For instance, I'm cooling this one with a AETN. So this is not optimal. So try not to copy this if you want like good water production. But the idea is the same regardless. Okay. So I'm cooling this polluted water in here using the AETN, which is a very, very bad at cooling polluted water. At least at the capacity that I needed to cool in order to keep this steam vent functioning like 100% of the time. So I'm running the cool water through here, and you can see the water is about 100 degrees already. So luckily, the steam comes out at 110. So as long as the water is less than 110 degrees, the steam will keep condensing slowly but surely into water, which these liquid pumps will pick up. Now, obviously, it would be a lot beneficial to have this water, the polluted water, going through an aqua tuner instead. If that was the case, you would have an enormous amount of water coming out of this steam vent. And you don't even have to use an aqua tuner. You can use the same method that I'm using to cool this water geyser here. So this water geyser is just being cooled by cool polluted water that's coming from a cool slush geyser. If you don't have a cool slush geyser nearby, or if you don't have one at all, then you could just run your like existing polluted water that you have around your asteroid through a cold biome to cool it down, and then run it through your cool steam vent. So there's a lot of different ways. Basically, the TLDR is as long as the water in here is cooler than 110 degrees, it will continue to cool the steam. Obviously, the colder you get it, the better this is. So there you go. That's like the easiest way to do that. But congratulations on your achievements today, and thank you so much for the feedback and letting me know that that you got that all working with my video. That's so awesome to hear. David says lavatories make more water. That's true. Also, if you're to add to David's point there on Twitch, so do the petroleum generators. So I know petroleum generators are a little bit maybe more later in the game for you. Like, I don't know exactly where you are in the game, if you have oil or not yet. But if you have oil, petroleum generators make more than a trivial amount of polluted water. And you could also use that. You could run this through a cold biome and then send it into your cool steam vent chamber. But regardless of what you do, just remember that you're just trying to condense the steam. So just run your liquid pipe over top and you'll be fine. Let's see here. Obviously, water would not be the best thing to use because it would just boil off. It would sooner boil off inside this area than and your duplicants would have to come back in here and fix it. And the problem with that is you want to vacuum this area out, so you only have steam in here. You don't want to have like polluted oxygen, carbon dioxide, whatever, all this stuff. Let's keep the cooling going, just so when this rocket lands, I don't absolutely burn everything again. It's about to land pretty shortly, I would say. Yeah, half a cycle basically. Vitaly asks, I wonder if the house owner remembers you with kind words from that time. So both stories that I told, the houses were under construction. They were brand new houses. So there was no homeowner to remember anything, luckily. As far as the homeowners know in the first story, oh, by the way, thank you, David, for the sip of Eska. Really appreciate that. Again, I'm a little bit behind on the chat, but appreciate the sip. So the first story, there's no homeowner at all to be found, so they wouldn't even have known what happened. The second homeowner probably just thinks, what the hell is this massive bulkhead in my garage for? Let's see if I can remove it. And they go and open it up. Because it's drywalled now, right? Like we drywalled it, we framed it, we drywalled it, filled it with concrete. It needs to be filled with concrete just in case homeowners tinker and try to see what's inside. Like, you can't have homeowners exposed to like conduits with wires coming from the road. That's insanely dangerous. So they probably opened it up and said, what the hell is this bulkhead for? You know, break open the drywall just to find that it's filled with concrete. And they're like, that's kind of interesting. Probably nothing they can do about that. If they do try to do something, they're probably going to get themselves into trouble, because you should not be messing around with hydro wires coming from the road. But there's as soon as they realize it's concrete, it will probably click that, oh yeah, this is probably where the power comes in. And it's more likely than not that they wouldn't even have known that it was not supposed to be like that. A lot of homeowners are surprisingly, I don't know if ignorant is the right word, but just maybe ignorant is the right word. They're just not very well educated on how houses are built or why. And they might just see the bulkhead, and if they realize it's power going through there, they're like, oh yeah, that kind of makes sense. You have to get the power to the meter base somehow. Yeah, you'd be surprised that some homeowners, some homeowners just want to live in the house and not worry about anything, right? So they couldn't care less about a bulkhead being there. And some might investigate to see why it's there, and we still have buildings melted. Perfect. So it just really depends on the homeowner. I actually don't need that. That's fine. Let's just delete that. And then we'll open this up. Get some liquid hydrogen in here to fill this back up. And we have all these artifacts now. So we'll wait till the area gets a little bit cooler before we drop the artifacts in. Otherwise, it'll be extremely hot to send it into the base, and that'd be very unfortunate. And something's overheated. This is overheating apparently on this side of the wall. Oh, because you guys are going through. Stop going through there. Get out of there. So this should be, yeah, this should be filling up now. It'll be filled pretty soon, so we'll stop that. And then this will be filled up quite quickly. Oh, this is actually all being bypassed because of the temperature sensor. So let's just keep that going for now. Get the artifacts out. Remove the radiation lamp, remove that, and remove the module. Perfect. So again, we'll just get these canisters filled back up. Space farter should already be filled. Ready for our second mission. Not today. We won't be going on a second mission today. It's almost the end of the stream. So not a big deal. Let's get this thing. The office mug. Let's get these things analyzed. And then we can put them on the back walls here. Uther says, I have 2 hot water geysers, kind of a pain on the heat. Yeah, it can be a pain if you have no natural cooling source. The slush geyser cools the water geyser pretty well, but again, if you don't have that, it's kind of annoying, unfortunately. Richard says, I have a bunch of polluted water where I'm probably not gonna clean, so that's a good idea to run it through a cold biome. It is really good because the cold polluted water won't evaporate in the pipes here, so don't run water through it unless you want to have to constantly fix your pipes. Richard says, I've been watching this guy on YouTube Shorts who is a home inspector, and apparently buying a home in Arizona is dangerous. It's to be honest, Richard, it's are you talking about Inspector Randall by any chance? Because I watch him too on Instagram. But yeah, there's a lot of places that just don't build homes very well. Like the mistakes that I made, they're not like inherent, like they're not safety risks to your house because they were both fixed in their own way. Like I changed the wire on the meter, and the other one on the downsized meter I changed the wire, and on the other one it's filled with concrete, like the bulkhead. So there's nothing inherently dangerous anymore to the homeowner. It might just be a little bit out of place to have a big bulkhead in your garage like that, but that's not to say that houses are still built nicely here. Like there's a lot that goes, like we do have home inspectors, like, and we have a carpentry inspector, electrical inspector, plumbing inspector. We have inspectors for basically all the trades that have to come by, but sometimes they miss stuff, and sometimes the builder hides stuff. So it's not always like sunshine and rainbows here in Canada either. That's for sure. But again, some places are worse than others. Like that's the whole reason why there's so much red tape to build a house, is because if there wasn't red tape, people would be cutting corners nonstop, and to save money, to save time, this and that. It's really unfortunate, but that's just the way. Like I hate to say, but that's just the way things are. If there's no such laws in place to protect the homeowner from buying a lemon house, then they're gonna get sold a lemon house. It's just the way it is. I mean, that's why you need all this red tape for some of this, some of the construction processes that you have to go through. Does Canada have an apprentice system? Yes, we do. We have 5 years to become a licensed electrician in Canada. Your story reminds me of his videos. He would clock that bulkhead, but I don't know if those are bad. Yeah, so the bulkhead isn't against code. Like, there's nothing in there's nothing in like building code that says you can't have a bulkhead in a garage. It just looks, it's just unsightly, but there's nothing like wrong with the bulkhead itself. It's actually up to code to have a bulkhead there, and to have the conduit that carries the electricity encased in concrete. It would actually be against code to not have the bulkhead and just have the power wire running directly through it, because then the homeowner can be exposed to it, and they can, do homeowner things like try to tinker with it or whatever. So it's actually to code to have that bulkhead there. It's just unsightly, right? Like imagine a garage, a rectangle garage, and instead of having a nice clean wall, you have like a 3 foot long by 16 by 16 rectangle bulkhead floating on your garage wall. That's maybe 6 to 8 feet high or something. I forgot where it was exactly. It's probably more 8 feet high. It was right at the garage door height, so probably 8 feet high. So it's like not in the way of anything. The garage door opens fully. There's nothing there that the homeowner could actually add that would be of use to him. I mean, maybe he could put shelving up there, but the garage door's in the way anyways. So it's nothing like that's causing the home to fail on inspection. It's just, hey, why is that there, right? But you have bulkheads everywhere in a house. Like every house that has some sort of ventilation system will have bulkheads that are sometimes unexpected, because you got to think, if you have a multi-story house, you have to get ventilation. Like if your furnace is in the basement, you have to get ventilation up to the top floor at some point. And you can't run everything through walls. There's just not enough space, or the floor joists will go opposite directions. So you have to build perpendicular to the floor joist, which means you need a bulkhead. You don't want heat pipes running through like your open ceiling, right? So there's a lot that, as like when you buy a house, there's a lot of unexpected already in that sense, like bulkheads that you don't expect or whatever. So if you ever see if you ever look around your home, and if you see like, and this is more so true for 2-story homes, but if you ever look around your home and you see like random build outs, that's called a bulkhead. It's probably because there's heat vents inside, right? That's just how it is. The guy on YouTube is CYFY Homes Inspections. Never heard of them, but I do watch Inspector Randall on Instagram. He's really good. Kira says, thinking about how dupes must feel being printed, or do they have memories? Do they come from Into the World? Get handed a broom and mop and hit with, hey, so you're the janitor. Here, there's actually a fun little story behind duplicants. If you beat the game, it'll shed some light on it. If you want, I can spoil it for you and just kind of explain it. It's not a big spoiler, like it'll ruin the game for you, but there is a little bit of a lore to how duplicants are printed. And I can explain that if you don't mind being slightly spoiled. Well, just let me know. I'm going to end the stream soon anyway, so that might be the last thing that I talk about. So just let me know, Kira. And just get caught up with the chat here. Thinking about it, I wonder if a skill gain via the pod is giving them memories of... Yeah, you're kind of onto something. You are definitely kind of onto something. Vitali, it seems my job here is to ask a few Ani questions and steer the stream off topic. I enjoy answering work questions, Vitali. So no worries at all. You can ask whatever you like. But I am going to be ending the stream here very shortly. Look at all this hydrogen that we have here. Just massive amounts of cooling. That's what I should put up here. It's just liquid hydrogen. Because these things are not... I mean, this is creating an immense amount of heat. I might have to route liquid hydrogen up here. So let's see here. Yeah, so just kind of let's wrap up the stream here. So I'll be back on Wednesday. So Wednesday 8 p.m. Eastern, same as today. I'll be back online to play more Ani. But this is it for the gameplay portion of the stream. I'm just going to hang out with the chat for maybe 10 more minutes, just answer some questions. Also, let's do some blueprints since we're here. We got 3 new ones. Let's see what we got. Okay. White gloves. Cool. Okay. White socks. And let's see, a white shirt. Okay, not bad. A mush bar glitter. That's not bad, I guess. Cool. Yeah, so that's the end of the stream for gameplay wise. I like to pick apart lore myself. No worries, Kira. I will not spoil it then. Were you not going to explain how the Canadian government and how to become a Canadian citizen? Maybe on Wednesday, Uther. I'll go through that. Actually, it's not too hard these days. I think they're giving. Actually, no, I don't want to get into that. It's I was gonna make a political joke, but yeah, it's I don't know enough about it. Let's just put it that way. But I could, if you want, I could I could actually go into it. Let's see. I question because Clay likes lore. Don't Starve has it. Don't Starve is great. Haven't played it for too long, but I did play it enough to know it is a great game. Just focused more on Ani because it's my favorite. I also don't mind. I know the end of the game is breaching a kind of wormhole. Yeah, so that's okay. So that's the whole lore exactly, Kira. If you want to see so you already kind of have the idea of the wormhole. So if you watch my last playthrough of Super Duper Dreamland, you'll or basically any. I think there's a clip on my channel. I think it's a clipped moment where I go through the wormhole. There's like a speech that Ani gives you to read, and that kind of gives you understanding of how duplicants arrive at printing pods and where they come from and this and that. And it's exactly what you'd expect if you just imagine what they're doing going through that wormhole. They're going somewhere, and that's basically the end of the game. I explain this game to people as survival and farm that would sell the game pretty well. That's actually not bad. Tangents make the stream, I'll say. Well, I'll be here on Wednesday if you guys want to ask me some more questions. I can definitely go into some more tangents. Marry all of Chad and make us citizens of Canada. That's what I was gonna say, actually, Richard. That's Have you ever met a female electrician? Yes, I have. I worked with a female apprentice right out of high school. She was pretty good. I mean, she had a lot of like growing up to do, coming from like a high school type job and coming into our field. But she learned very quickly and became very proficient at her job. There's also been a framer that's been a woman that I worked with. She was also very good. And a couple painters. Definitely, the trade in Canada tries to be very open to whoever wants to be in it. Now, obviously, the construction sites themselves are not always totally appealing to women because I hate to say it, but most men are just gross and disgusting. And some of the people that you work with are not like. They don't make the construction site an enjoyable place to be as a man. So it definitely wouldn't be the same for a woman either, right? So, but yes, I have worked with a female electrician. She was very good, and she moved on to a. Through her apprenticeship, she got a better paying job, and she took it, and I congratulated her, and that's pretty much where it went. But yeah. It's a trade that, like, with most trades, they're open to both any body type or any gender or whatever. It's very like electrical is not hard. There's not a lot that that's like. There's not a lot of trades that's like where you're required to be a man. Like, I honestly can't think of anything really. The trades are pretty easy. Anyone can do it. It's just the environment is not always very nice. So, like a lot of companies, if you're trying to get into the trade, a lot of companies are male dominated. So it's already can be an uncomfortable atmosphere for women to get into in that perspective, which I think I can't relate, but I understand where they're coming from, especially having worked with in really toxic environments as a man. So I think that really pushes women away from trying to get into the trade, I think. You'd probably have to talk to women about that to get a better perspective, but that is just my understanding of it. Urchin says, how are you making the area around your ladder so pretty? That's a good question. It's just solid charcoal backing. Just use some drywall. Uther says, I've been looking at immigrating. Oh, if you're serious about that, Uther, then I can't go on to detail about the immigration system because I don't know enough about it to give you legitimate advice. I could go on it in like a purely fun and joking political way, but I don't know enough about it to give you legitimate advice. I will say that it's most likely that you'll find as much information as possible that'll help you on the Canadian government website or on Reddit. Reddit is probably the best bet to get people's personal experience on how to immigrate to Canada. Here it says, drywall is fun. I made a printing pod I made my printing pod a little welcome center mess hall with a cafe print and some green molding at the bottom, and makes them so happy. Awesome, Kira. Yeah, you're right. Drywall is a ton of fun. Like, I should use it. I should use it some more here. Like, I love having rooms of different drywalls as well. I think it makes the game just so much more interesting and enjoyable to look at. And it's really easy to at a glance be like, oh yeah, there's my Great Hall right here. It's blue, right? Stuff like that. Richard says, I haven't unlocked that color drywall just yet. Gonna have to keep opening blueprints. Yep, keep opening them and selling your duplicates, and you'll eventually get it. It's really, really nice. I'm pretty sure that if you have enough saved up, like enough like coins or whatever. Actually, since the stream is over, let me just show you guys. It's on the main menu. Kind of how this works. If you have duplicates of blueprints, you can sell them, get like in-game points or whatever, and then unlock exactly what you need. You can melt down the blueprints. Yes, exactly. Kira has it right in the chat there. So sorry, let me just turn off the game a little bit here. Seems like it's a little bit too loud. Definitely too loud on my end. So you go to supply closet, I believe. Maybe all. If you use this tab here, it'll show all your duplicates. So you can, let's say you have your Blossom ceiling light. You can recycle it for 200 clay points. Recycle. And then you can go you can go into your, let's see, wallpapers, and you can unlock whatever you want. So let's say I wanted, which one would I want, I guess? Charcoal V-shape, charcoal point. These ones are cooler. Let's say I want the toilet paper. You can go ahead and print it for 1,600 points. Basically just like that. See you, Vitaly. Welcome. Thank you for coming to the stream, and I'll see you next time. Richard says, I didn't know that. That's fun. Awesome. Glad you could learn something today. Always good when some people come out with useful information from my streams. Makes me happy. That's what I do if I don't really want a thing. What I do is I need a green storage bin. Yeah, I love the different storage bins. They're really cool. Different reservoirs as well. I wish they would make different liquid reservoirs. I don't think they do. But yeah, there's so many cool things here that you can print. Really, really fun stuff. Hey, what's up, Havoc? Charcoal drywall is cheap and the most sensible purchase. Back to lurking. Thanks for the lurk, Havoc. Really appreciate that. I am ending the stream here in like 2 minutes. I gotta go to work tomorrow. I'm going to work tomorrow to not do anything catastrophically stupid. So I'm kind of beyond that in my career, I would like to think. But I guarantee you that if there is something that I do that is catastrophic, I will share it. Oh no, there's an ad. Oh, let me just see if I can stop that. How do I stop the ad? I don't even know how you see the ads playing. What does this button do? This is a raid channel button. Okay. This is clips. There should be like an ad button right here on my dashboard. Not sure why there's not. Interesting. Well, Kira, are you back? I wanted to finish my thought with you here. I'm not sure how to end the ad. I wish it was more easy to. Oh, you are back, Kira. If you'd like a little help with anything that's Twitch related, I am officially okay. Awesome. Sorry about the ad there. I use my iPad as my Twitch manager, so I don't see an ad button on here, but yeah, it's something that I wish it was more easy to configure. I need a stream deck. And maybe there's a button to stop ads when I'm trying to talk about something important, or end the stream or whatnot. So let me just go here. So I don't have a Discord command. The Discord is right in the bottom of the screen. Let me just go back to the supply closet. Discord is right here. If you type that into your join server on Discord, I know it's kind of long and obfuscated, but if you type that in, you can join my Discord server. So let me just kind of go back here. They only give 50% what they're worth, so watch out for that. Yeah, but you know what? It's better than having nothing, right? Like if you like to have one of each, you can just sell your duplicates, and then at that point, who cares how much you can really get back, really. Richard says, my next big system tackle is solid delivery system. Is going to be watching those vids when you put them out. Got to automate my hatch farm. I should do an updated hatch video, Richard. But yeah, in general, think of shipping the same as like pipes, like sending water from one location to another. Instead of having a gas pump or a liquid pump, you have a auto sweeper and a conveyor loader. So everything else is pretty much the same. Uther says, no worries, shit always happens. That is true. Let's see here. So I get the ad manager set up on OBS myself. Oh, I need to do that. I didn't know that was a thing. Thank you for that, Kira. And by the way, I'm going to check out your channel right after the ad manager on OBS. That would be amazing. Okay, I'm going to check you out right after, Kira, and follow you if I'm not already. I don't think I'm followed you, so I'm going to do that right now. Also, Loxtech, if you guys are interested in more Ani content, check out Loxtech on YouTube. He was here earlier. And Stringer 207, I believe. 208 or 207. He's not here tonight, but just giving him a shout out. He's on the YouTube side of things. You can go check him out if you're into Ani or Factorio content. And Hangry Pixels here on Twitch. If you guys know Hangry or Chewy, they're both streaming on Twitch occasionally as well. So check them out if you want to watch some more people in this community. So yeah, that's pretty much it for tonight. I'm gonna head out. I'll be back on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, and we'll continue this playthrough. All right, so thanks for coming, everyone. I appreciate your support. I'm just gonna go back through the chat and sort of thank everyone for being here like I normally do. And after that, we'll be done. Have yourselves a great start to your week and a good night. So, Kira, let me just go back here. Kira, thanks for coming out. Nice to see you in the last couple streams. Uther, thank you so much for being here as well. Uther says, have a great week, everyone. Thanks for the stream, Ethan. You are very welcome, Uther, and thank you for being here. I really appreciate your support, as always. Richard, thank you also for being here. Let's see here. Vitaly is already left, but thank you so much, Vitaly. Havoc on Twitch, thank you so much for the lurk tonight. Really appreciate that. And thank you to all the other lurkers as well, as usual. Appreciate you guys coming by just to support and having me on in the background. Who else here? So David on Twitch and YouTube. Thank you so much, David, for your support. Dark Frost, thank you for coming by tonight as well. And some people from earlier, Sean, Kevin, thank you guys for stopping by tonight. Jay was here also tonight. Thank you, Jay. Loxtech, Dwayne, thank you guys for being here. Skipsy, thank you so much. And Takatan, I think, as your name. Thank you so much, Takatan. Thank you for the follow, Monzatu on Twitch. Hopefully I said that correctly. Appreciate that. Thank you for coming to the stream. And let's see. I got David, I got Kevin. Who else was here? Oh, Trainwreck. Really cool username. I love it. Thank you so much, Trainwreck, for being here earlier. Not sure. I think you already left. And Phil, thank you so much, Phil, for being here as well. I appreciate everyone's support. Kobe Man was here earlier in the stream, and so was Jaws. And I think that's David Taylor. That might be a different David than David Morning. So David Taylor, thank you for also being here. And I think that's pretty much everyone. Oh, Chewy just came by to say hello. That's the Chewy that I was talking about. If you guys are interested in seeing some more Twitch gameplay from the community, Chewy streams here on Twitch, so go check him out. And Stringer 207 literally caught the ending. I got your. I was just doing a shout out for you, Stringer, just before you showed up, and I got your name I said 207 and 208 this time because I couldn't remember which one. But yeah, so Stringer and Chewy. If you what's that meme? Oh, it's like the baseball meme. If you build it, they will come. But it was it was just me talking about you guys, and you showed up. So appreciate you guys saying hello. There's nice. We are improving. Yeah, if I just cover all the bases, I can definitely get it right. I'm just gonna start saying like Stringer 201, 202, 203. No, I'm just kidding. I'll get it at some point. I just have a sometimes I have a bad memory on particular things like that. So I apologize. But Stringer 207, that's the one. That's the correct username. So yeah, Lockstack, Stringer 207, both stream on or both upload videos on YouTube. Then Chewy, Hangry Pixels, and Kira, all on Twitch. So if you guys are interested in getting to know more of the community, check those people out. So Discord server, yeah, Discord server. If you type in this code in the bottom of the screen here on Discord, beside the Discord icon, you can get into my Discord server. I try to stay on top of it. I try to come by once every, like I try to come by on streaming days in particular. But if you need something like immediate from me, it's better to tag me. Thank you, Kira, for pasting that in. It's better to tag me because then I can get the notification. The reason I usually I'm not active on it, even though I'm active on like the computer or whatever, is because I use Discord for work as well. So I have a separate Discord username for work where I have all my work channels in there, and it helps me share plans and drawings and lists with my coworkers. So it's really useful tool for work, and I just happen to default to that on my phone. So I only check the YouTube Discord or the Twitch Discord periodically. So if you need something specific from me, please feel free to tag me or send me a direct message. I'll get that right away. If you're just chit-chatting, I might not see it right away, or if you're just posting a message, I might not see it right away. So but I do read every message. It just takes some time. All right. So good night, everyone. Thanks for coming out. And I'm going to check out Kira's Twitch right away. So see you guys on Wednesday. Have a good one.